An author wants to tell the youngest Londoners all about why they first came here and what they achieved through the eyes of the first ever black mayor of Southwark. I'm delighted to say Kandace Chimbiri joins me now. Thank you for coming in. Why this book and why now?
Well, I actually had the idea for the book last year, and I knew that this year was the 70th anniversary of the arrival of the Windrush in London, and I thought, why hasn't there been a children's book written about it before? So I decided to do it and bring it out this year.
Yeah, and why did you target 7-year-olds and above?
Well, although there isn't a lot of literature, there is already literature for adults about the Windrush and the Windrush generation, but I didn't see any books for children. There have been very few, if any, over the last 70 years, even though it's considered a very important point in British history.
Does it help or hinder your work that obviously the Windrush generation have hit the headlines more recently again?
Yeah, well, I had the idea for the book before the scandal broke, and I wanted to tell the story the way I felt it should have been told over the last 70 years as a positive story, and that's why I didn't mention the scandal in the book. And I'm glad that I did that now, because the feedback is that that was the right decision, and the feedback is that children now understand that Windrush is something to be celebrated.
Yeah.
It's not a bad news story.
I've just flicked through some of the pages, some of the nice descriptions of on board. All you had to do was mingle, talking about all the different nationalities that came together on the voyage, and one passenger remembering the voyage as a jolly occasion.
Yeah, I think most people had a great time coming over. They had aspirations, they had great hopes. My parents came in the 60s, so they're part of the Windrush generation as well, coming from Barbados, and they just wanted to make a better life for themselves, see a bit of the world, and they were really positive people. Otherwise they wouldn't have given up where they lived to come to a strange country.
And such a role model is the man who became the mayor of Southwark.
Yeah, Sam King. I mean, he passed away a couple of years ago, sadly, but I did hear him speak several times. And so he was a major inspiration for this book, because he actually came over on the Windrush, he fought obstacles, he overcame prejudice, and then he became the first black mayor of Southwark, which I thought was an amazing story.
Absolutely.
And one that children need to know more.
Yeah, and in terms of children knowing more, obviously it's a great stocking filler with Christmas coming up, but also is there any kind of plan to get the book into schools so that teachers can use it as a resource?
Well, actually, teachers have already been using it. Surprisingly, they've been finding the book, grabbing it, using it. They're using it for history, but they're also using it for reading and learning English and how to write. And they've also been using it for developing empathy, because they've been looking at the front cover and talking about how they think people might feel and how they might feel if they move from one place to another. So the front cover is already drawing the children in.
Brilliant. Job done already. Kandace Chimbiri, thank you so much for coming to talk to me about it. Good luck with the book. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our top story tonight is the development on the Susie Lamb